Welcome back to our channel. We're a couple of golfers and we're going to do something a little bit different today. Oh, just dropped my club.
We're going to drop clubs, mic drops, hit shots, tutorial shots.
Yeah, so basically we're going to do a little on-course tutorial. We don't use this enough. Now, as you know, Russ is a professional golfer, so I get a lot of on-course help whenever we do play, which is something obviously that is a benefit to me, but we don't show you guys enough, I don't think. So here's a little quick what I find tricky as a beginner, shots that I find difficult, so it might help you guys out on the course next time you go and play and find yourself in a tricky situation, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Just going to show you some quick tips on how to make pretty tricky shots a little bit more basic and cut shots down, basically, because...
Save shots out on the course.
Save shots out on the course. Too many beginners out there just don't know some simple basics on how to just save yourself a few shots.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do. First one. We actually found ourselves right up by the bunker in some smelly grass, pretty long rough, balls sitting in a small little hollow, and we haven't got much room to work with. Now, I see very, very common, a lot of beginner golfers, amateur golfers will just step back into this. They will just play it with a normal like square club face, and the ball will come out like a rocket because they'll try and hack at it hard. And then they'll actually not realise the ball isn't sitting that badly, but they think they need to hit it hard because it's long rough, and then all of a sudden they shoot over the green and that's another shot gone. So really, what I'm going to show you in this one is I would just really open that club face up, but do this before you grip the club face, or before you grip the club even. Because if you grip the club and then you turn that club face open, you have completely just messed your grip up. So always lay the club down first, then grip it exactly the same as you normally would. If you're opening the club face, also aim a bit further left because you have now directed that club face further right, giving yourself more loft. That's another common thing. So there's a little tip and a tip for you. So with this shot, we are just going to open the club face up. We're going to aim our feet a little further left, and then we are going to put all our weight on our left side. We're going to keep the shaft leaning forward, and it's just going to be almost like a bunker shot, but very, very short back, short through, almost finishing there, digging into the ball, popping out to 3 feet. So, you ready for it?
Yeah.
So we're going to give you the same lie.
Yep.
See if we can make it very, very simple for you. Right, so after what I just said, let's see if you've got it. So we've opened that club face. Weight on your left side. If you just get your feet aiming left of the flag, because the ball's going to pop out a little right, you can get a bit closer to it.
Okay.
Feet a bit more to the right, and then move that club face. Sorry, a bit more to the left with your feet. Right. Short back, short through, pop it out onto the front of the green, let it release.
It's not terrible.
Bad. It's not bad. You just hit it a bit too hard.
Yeah. Because usually I would have just probably just stabbed and tried to
Yeah, stabbed at it, ball would have flown out probably over the green.
Yeah.
That would have cost you at least another shot.
Yeah.
Right, that's a bit of a...
Whereas at least I could probably have made that part.
Yeah, so feet always aiming left, don't forget that.
Yep.
Further left.
Further?
Yep. Feet aiming left, club face open, short up, short through. Oh.
Ooh, bad bounce, but
pretty good though. That was a good shot.
I'm happy.
So it makes it very, very simple.
Yeah, I'm happy.
So yeah.
It's not an easy shot to play though, I wouldn't say.
It's not an easy shot. And if you do just hit it here, trust me, it's a lot better than over the back of the green, and that will save you another shot. So these are just some shot savers. There's number one. Okay, number two in the shot savers. We are under a tree. So we're having a bad driving day. In the winter as well, there are a lot of golf courses with overhanging trees. Well, actually in the summer, there's a lot of overhanging trees too.
Yeah.
But if you find yourself underneath a big tree or any kind of tree, and all you think you need to do is just hit a normal shot because you haven't got anything else in your locker, this is where I'm going to help you out. Now, if I found myself in this position, directly underneath a tree, and I still had maybe, I think we've got about 60 yards to the flag, but the only real shot I know is a sand wedge and just have to hit it and get lucky, where I would actually, I've got my gap wedge out now, and I'm going to set the club as it's normally, but I'm also going to de-loft it a bit. So we are going to be setting that club de-lofting that even more than we normally do, almost turning it into a pitching wedge. So then we get a little bit of a lower ball flight. De-lofting it also means it's going to go a bit longer. So that means we are going to be playing it off the back foot and not hitting it as hard. So we're going to be doing a half swing and always keeping that shaft, if you can, low and left and de-lofted. That will just make sure the ball pops out nice and low. We will look to pitch it on the top of this slope, and then it will get a nice kick forward instead of bringing this tree into play, risking it, losing a shot, maybe having the same shot again, depending on if it hits the tree and comes back. Yeah, nice. For me, it was a bit of a simple shot off the back foot. Always teach pitching off the back foot as well, just because you get a nice consistent strike on it, creates a bit of spin, then you can start moving it more towards the middle, start playing around with the shaft and your hands and bits and bobs like that. But yeah, so let's see if I can say what I've just said, or do what I've just said. 50 degree under these trees, 60 yards. Shaft is going to be leaning even more forward off of the back foot. Going to be going maybe hip to hip, I would say. So hip to hip, that's all you need, because the ball's going to come out a lot faster because you've de-lofted it. Nice and low. It's going to run up the green and be pretty good. We can't really see it because it's an elevated green, but didn't go any further than my hip. Nice punchy shot, kept the shaft low.
I'm being
You ready?
Yeah.
Straight in. She's ready for it.
I'm not messing around.
Right, okay, no messing around. So what club have you got here?
Do you know the only thing I wouldn't like about being here as well?
Yeah.
Is the fact that there's loads of little tiny logs and leaves.
Yeah, sometimes you can, I mean, you can.
Are you allowed to move them?
You can brush them away, but just be careful you don't move the ball.
Okay.
Because obviously that's still.
But you're allowed to move anything.
You can move all the leaves, you can move everything else, just not the ball. So yeah, nice and simple. Hands forward. Back foot. Again, like I would say,
hip to hip.
With your hands forward, you are almost opening that club face up a little bit. So always aim a little bit further left with your feet.
Okay.
Really press that club forward. Weight on your left side. Swing hip to hip and keep it low and left and punch it through.
Oh.
All right, a little bit heavy. It's fine though.
Well, I need these tutorials, clearly.
Yeah. As you swung back, you then went like this and kind of collapsed forward a bit, which is just going to bring your body and your club down, and you will hit the ground first. Okay. So you want to stay, so weight on your left side, keep everything still, and then punch your hands forward. Right, okay. So like if you were throwing something like throw it forward. Okay. But keep your body still.
Keep your body still.
Yeah, really drive that club forward. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Done it again, haven't I?
Doing it again.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so keep your body up and still, drive through, catch the ball first. Nice. That was a good one. Yeah. Went a tiny bit further right just because you needed to aim a little bit. Yeah, just with that, but the strike was a lot better and it was pretty simple. Yeah.
It was good.
Nice work.
Didn't catch the trees.
Didn't catch the trees, stayed lower than the trees. Didn't do the common.
Oh my gosh.
Hit the tree and come down. Where'd that come from?
Right, let's go to number 3.
Shot saving number 3. We are in the Wispy rough. We have a bunker in front of us. The flag is over there. We have a bit of green to work with, but this is a horrible, horrible shot for some people, just because all they see is the bunker. All I see is the bunker, yeah. Now, in this situation, we are really just trying to play this round by the green and try and play it in as little shots as possible. It is not the easiest of golf shots, but it is possible. So even I would be looking more towards the fat side of the green. So that would be, on this case, just middle of the green. Also in this rough, it does tend to shut the club face down a bit. So very, very simple tips here. When you get a shot like this, ignore the flag, go for wherever the biggest part of the green is, and wherever that is, then use like a couple of yards right of target just to allow for that club face to shut down. But playing the actual shot, not much changes. Like, it's very, very neutral shaft in the middle of your stance. You just want to make sure that your left hand is the strong hand, because if you let your right hand flip, you could be catching some of that grass first. It will shut the club face down. You could also go straight underneath the ball, and you just want to be left hand dominant here, or if you're left-handed, right hand dominant. So really keeping strong left hand, club as low as possible for as long as possible, and always aiming at the big part of the green. And if you do get lucky on this occasion where you're aiming in the middle of the green and you do slightly catch the rough and it pulls it, you've got more of a chance of finding it near the flag, just because the flag's on the left side. But this is all about just saving as many shots as we can, keeping it pretty simple. Try and take the bunker out of your mind. I know it's tricky. It's very like in your face, but it's not impossible. If you're going at the middle of the green, you can also just be a bit more aggressive, because you've got a long way to carry that bunker, a lot of room in front of it, so you can hit it a bit harder. If it does run over the other side, don't be too worried, because you're basically putting anyway. Yeah, ready? Very simple, middle of the green, everything stays the same. Middle of your stance, left hand strong, pop it out, nice and soft. And if it stayed right at the flag, we've got an 8-foot putt now for par. If it slightly pulls, you're nearly in the hole. That was pretty simple, yeah. Fancy it?
Yeah, fancy it.
Great. Right, so now you can actually use my ball as a target.
Okay.
So if you're just aiming at my ball that's on the green, middle of your stance for this one.
And left hand strong.
Left hand strong, so middle of the stance with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just left hand strong and let it pop up off the face. Oh, and it stayed straight this time, but you got 10 feet for par.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And that was pretty simple.
Thank you.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, really good.
Perfect.
To be honest, I'd have been really focusing on like trying to whack it out of you, but I think that was
yeah, again, like if you keep your left hand strong, the ball literally just pops up off the face, comes out but nice, bit of spin on it still, which that one stopped up, and you got 10 feet for par.
Thank you.
Yeah,
good tip.
Another simple tip.
We hope you enjoyed this style of video. Russ giving me a little bit of on-course help.
Yeah, just a few little tips there to save some shots out in the course. I know how hard it is for, well, I mean, I started golf a long time ago, but I do know from
my frustrations,
seeing you play golf courses, some of these shots are pretty tricky out there and they're daunting. And when you don't know kind of small little basic tips to help you save some shots, it can get a bit stressful.
Especially if you're out there just by yourself as well, you know?
Definitely. So just these small, I mean, we only gave 3. There are plenty more I can share with you. So
I mean, just comment below. Yeah. Like if there are any scenarios you've been in that you'd like us to show you how the best way to get out of them, or how Russ would.
Not very long videos, so I can put together some videos. Just please comment on and ask any questions. Ask away. I'm happy to help.
And we'll put them in the next one.
And we'll put them in the next one, yeah. So, yeah, thanks very much. Please like, subscribe.
Comment.
Comment, questions. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't struggle. Comment, reach out.
Thank you. We're a couple of golfers, over and out.